This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's such a pleasure to be here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, I'm going to go over a strumming pattern that involves a bass note pluck with some down-up strumming for 3/4 time. This is similar to some of the strumming patterns that we've done recently for 4/4 time that also include bass note plucks in there with that down-up strumming. And it builds on the strumming pattern that I introduced in the last video that included a bass note pluck and 2 down strums for 3/4 time. So it's going to be great. After we've worked on it, of course, we will jam together, playing a couple different progressions, a couple different songs using this. And when I say jam together, of course I mean you, me, and the band. So I have created that band track that goes right along with this video so we can play this strumming pattern in that real band context. So it's going to be great. This video accompanies lesson 14 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. We'll be starting in that book on page 88. This is strumming pattern letter P there, sort of in the middle, a little bit below the middle on the right side there, on page 88. Alright, so let's take a look at this strumming pattern. So we've got that bass note pluck, which means we're going to pluck the lowest note of the chord. And as I've introduced and explained in other videos where we've done bass note plucks, either for fingerpicking or strumming, there's sort of an easy trick to remember which string to pluck for each of the chords. So our open 6th string is an E, so that low 6th string, so we're going to use that one for all of the types of E chords that we have. The E minor, and E7, we'll all use that one. The 5th string is an A, so we use that one for our A chords. A minor, and A7. The 4th string is a D, so we use that for our D chords. D minor, and D7. For any of the other chords that we play, we're going to use the lowest string that we have a finger on. So for a G chord, for example, we've got our finger that's on the lowest string. It's on that 6th string. That's the lowest string that it's on. For a C chord, we've got it there on the 5th string. For an F chord, if you're using the top 4 strings, it's on that low 4th string, or the low 6th string if you're using the 6th string form. For B7, for example, it's on the 5th string. So it's whatever string, the lowest string that we have a finger on, that's the one that we're going to pluck for our bass note with the chords that are not an E, A, or D7 of some sort. Or I shouldn't say D7, I should say a D chord of some sort, because we've got those open strings, the D, the A, and the E. Okay, so that'll be our bass note pluck. Then we've just got a down, up strumming. So without any chords on at all, if we practice with that low 6th string, we could just mute those strings and go bass, down, up, bass, down, up, 1, 2, up, 3, up, 1, 2, up, 3, up. With these strumming patterns, it works for 3/4 much like it does for 4/4, and that is that we can take anywhere where we have a down strum, especially on a stronger beat, and we can replace that down strum with a bass note pluck. You could probably alternately do it with in place of an up strum too. Usually we have down strums on the strong beats. If you had an up strum there, then you could do it that way. But this strumming pattern, if this was a down strum, would be very familiar to us. 1, 2, up, 3, up, down, up. So now we've just replaced that initial down strum with a bass note pluck. So you could create other ones like this if you wanted to. We'll work this one here together though. Once you've got it happening with muted strings, and you could practice on each of those strings, practicing the bass note plucks off the 4th string, off the 5th string, off the 6th string. Once you've got that happening, then it's time to start plugging it in with playing chord progressions. So the first song chord progression that we're going to jam on uses the G, C, and D7 chords. So let's just practice that together here a little bit, incorporating with a G, a C, then a D7, and coming back to G, and we'll do one measure each. So it'd be 3, 2, 1. We've got the G chord, C chord, D7, back to G, G, C, D7, and G. And of course you can practice that at different tempos and as long as you need to at each of the tempos. Let's take it a little bit faster together though. So you got 3, 2, 1, G. Now, as you're going for the bass note, if you find yourself grabbing the wrong string from time to time, that is okay. I still do that. Sometimes I gotta start the video over because I can't seem to catch the right string. Most of the time I can keep it going, but sometimes we just are finding different strings than we intend. It's okay, and when you're first getting started and you don't have the same amount of control that maybe you do once you've been doing this for a long time, it's okay to also just sort of highlight the lower strings where that bass note pluck is. So you can grab just the lower strings kind of if you need to. You might get a couple of them in there instead of just getting the one you want. And that's okay. That's all part of the game as we're learning. Now, I've done this with even eighth notes, down, up, down, up. You could also do it with the swung eighth notes. So 1, 2, 3, bass, down, up, down, up. And as is the case with so many of the songs we've jammed on in this lesson series, it depends on the groove. What's the drums doing? What's the bass doing? How's the melody being treated to how we're going to strum those chords, those eighth note bass strumming patterns, whether we're going to do them with the even or equal treatment of the rhythm between those eighth notes, the down up strumming, or if we're going to delay the up strum, delay the off beats so that we're swinging it. So either one, depending on the groove that we're playing with. All right, so let's go ahead now that we've done that, and you can do that as much as you need to work on it, let's go ahead and play a couple songs together and work on the strumming pattern with them. So we're going to do there on page 88, strumming pattern number 6. It's not strumming pattern number 6, but it's the chord progression number 6 there with those strumming patterns. So we're going to start off with that one. It'll happen at 2 different tempos. First a slower tempo and then a faster tempo. Then we'll go on over to page 57 and do number 12, green sleeves. So we'll work on that one, and that one will happen at 2 different tempos as well. First a slower tempo and then a faster tempo. As I often mention, if you need to, you can just work on the strumming pattern with muted strings in your left hand. If you can't get the chords happening fast enough, you can just work on finding and fingering those chords and try putting the two together. All right, it's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and jam together. Okay, great. I hope you are having fun with this. In the next video that comes out that goes with lesson 14 in the chords book, or Chords and Harmony book, we're going to start working on alternating the bass note plucking in our strumming pattern. So that's going to be super fun. Take care. See you again.
Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.